Make America woo again is the statement coming from Ric Flair. So as we know, Atlanta rapper Waka Flocka Flame announced in 2015 that he intended to run for president in the current election cycle, but he was ineligible because he was not yet 30. So before I get into this, it's really funny that you can have people running with no experience whatsoever, but the requirements in the US still are, you have to be above 30 and you have to be a citizen in the US, but they'll just let any Dick, Tom, and Harry run despite how crazy they may be.
Oh, those are the only two exceptions?
Well, I think there are other rules, but those are the two that stands out to me why I can't run at the current climate, because I fancy my chances. I'm not a citizen, and I'm not yet 30, despite how much you will say to everyone that I am. I am not 30 years of age.
Happy birthday, Francis.
Happy birthday, 27. Either way, Ric Flair and Waka Flocka have partnered together, and they've created this amazing video. Let's throw to it, and we'll somehow try to dissect it after.
Earlier this year, I announced my presidential campaign, but due to Article 2, Section 1 of the U.S. Constitution saying I'm too young to run, I've been forced to leverage bureaucratic loopholes just like Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. I'm now introducing the perfect running mate, Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Woo! Waka Flocka! My brother, the greatest rapper in the world today, wants a Nature Boy to be his running mate. Are you kidding me? Doctor, what do you think?
I like it.
Doctor, what do you think?
I love it.
You know what? You know why he likes me? Because he knows I'm a kiss stealing, wheeling deal, limousine ride, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a whole hard time keeping these alligators on me, okay? You might put your hand right here, hold on. Me and Waka Flocka. What is the female population of the world thinking about right now? Are you kidding me? You can have Waka Flocka and the Nature Boy on the same ticket now. Register to vote. We won't lose. Waka Flocka. Woo, woo, woo. And the Nature Boy. Oh, yeah. All night long. Oh, woo. Rock is beautiful and white's out of sight. Here we are side by side. Vote. Waka Flocka. Nature Boy. Flair Flame, 16, make America woo again.
Oh my God! See, here's the truthful irony in the situation is like something as ridiculous as that doesn't even come close to what we've seen in the actuality of this election cycle. It's true though, because again, the big thing is like, so Saturday Night Live, they're talking like you have like Alec Baldwin plays.
Yeah, playing Donald Trump.
Donald Trump.
Really good Donald Trump.
And he does a very good Donald Trump, but you know what he can't do? He can't be a better Donald Trump than the actual Donald
Very
Trump. Like
true.
the difference was in 2012, like Tina Fey did an amazing Sarah Palin.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, 2008. An amazing Sarah Palin. Like it was, you can make it satirical because you were taking somebody who was making some ridiculously funny and I guess sounded a lot of the time uneducated comments, and you're making fun of that, right? You can't satiricalize, if that's the word I'm looking for, Donald Trump. You actually can't. There's nothing that
There's
you
nothing
can
better than
say
the original.
in comedy, written comedic form, that is more ridiculous, outlandish, or funnier than what he says in the first place. So like in this case, yeah, Ric Flair and Flocka, and I should say Waka Flocka.
You can't even pronounce his running mate's
Like,
name.
guess what? If they actually ran, I know a lot of people who are saying they're just going to write in their ballot, right? Like do a write-in vote. I'd vote Flair Flame 2016.
It rolls off the tongue.
It does.
I think you're on point with that. And
Waka
as much as we try to keep politics and stuff separate, I can't help but just vent to this, right? As an outsider, I would love. There's nothing better than coming into America like after just a short break. After 10 days in the UK and talking to people who just don't live in America every day, I started to become American in the sense that I laugh at things like this. Like I just laugh like, Donald Trump. The joke that's funny, Ric Flair and Waka Flocka Fame probably could have a good chance, it's funny. But then when you talk to people outside of it and they're like, we never laughed from the get-go because we knew there was a realistic possibility that this could actually happen.
We or London?
No, people in the
London,
UK, people outside of the US, and it happens. This is why like John Oliver's comments hold so much weight, and like Trevor Noah, because they're not inviting Donald Trump onto SNL, they're not inviting him onto their talk show to ruffle his hair, because they're making fun of it, they're laughing and they're joking, but they understand the severe danger that being in America, anyone who has some sort of financial backing and fame could get far politically.
So I think that's the big one. It's like the financial backing, but also, by the way, so like, well, Ric Flair's got some money.
He probably could run and do not bad.
But so the crazy thing too is that it's not just like Ric Flair. There's been like there's always every single election cycle. There's a few athletes who come across. Like remember The Rock? There was the campaign with Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yeah.
Like not too long ago. I feel it was about 6-7 months ago as the election, election season really starts to pick up, where people were like wanting The Rock to be president, and they kept. Like he was stopping by, what was it, the lobster shop that had like the sign like "Run for President, Dwayne The Rock." Like, well, you'll have our vote. But guess what? Like that's a guy who, if he took it seriously, or seriously enough, he's really good with a microphone. He's good at motivating people.
Yeah.
People love him already. He's got some money. Run for president. It's the most absurd thing I've ever heard, but it's happening in front of our own eyes. And then they also had a list. There was a list of like other athletes that could run for president. Well, for one, Kurt Schilling is going to, or wants to run against Elizabeth Warren in 2018. There's another athlete that wants to be politically involved. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger was the governor of the state we live in, and I'm trying to think, Drew Brees at once hinted towards like maybe taking some kind of public office after football. And Drew Brees, who we know his political views too, at least is open to hearing other people's opinions. If Kanye West were to run for president, I think he'd get 500,000 write-in ballots. Or not even write-in, but just like by the way, it's Santa Claus and Mickey Mouse, if I'm correct, are the most fictional characters to win presidential elections. Like, there's write-in ballots for them, and I think it was like in 2012, like they got close to 30,000 votes each. Now, I know that doesn't sound like a lot of votes. That's a lot of votes.
That's a lot. It's people.
It's a lot of people.
Brian Scalabrine for president.
What's wrong with that?
I want it. Well, have him run.
Michael Jordan's not a great businessman, so maybe. Well, he's a great businessman for Air Jordan. He's not a great GM for the Hornets, so maybe not Jordan. Maybe Kobe. Maybe Kobe.
Hit us in the comments. Which
athlete would you want to run for president?
Who should run for president? Let's just open up. Just imagine we can, for a second, open up and clear away this ridiculous requirement. You have to be born in America. Zlatan for president. Great call. Knows his foreign policy, I think. Right. Who else could run it? I don't know. Leo Messi, he'll definitely adjust your taxes.
If you replace Statue of Liberty with Zlatan, I will run for president.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's what Statue of Zlatan to welcome the transatlantic flights.
I think the politics is going on too much. I think Dan is ready to have an Elvis breakdown. Too much politics here on sports. Hit us in the comment section below. I will see you guys soon. Jason will see you guys soon. Hit us up on Twitter. Francis_Maxwell, Jason Rubin 91 on Instagram. We even said we give follow backs. Jason, you giving follows backs on Instagram?
No.
I am.